Hello everybody, this is Alex from Hardcoin Guides, bringing my guide for Transformers Devastation on Prime difficulty. We're doing Wheeljack's campaign. Today we're doing Chapter 3 entitled The Core. So, here we go again. Anything to yap about? Yes, actually, technically yes. So, real quick for my hardcoreans out there, I guess if you want to call yourselves that, I don't know. I don't have an actual technical name ever. But if I ever wore, that could be one, I guess. But for those that are interested in the stuff I'm doing currently and what I plan on doing, so I don't know if you guys remember or not. I might have talked about it in the last chapter. I'm not sure if I did or not. But the current new plan right now, kind of, was, okay, I'm going to do Wheeljack's campaign, which is what we're working on, because we always do like one guide at a time. Then, I'm going to potentially do God of War Ascension next after I get done with Wheeljack's campaign. Like all the commentary and get it all uploaded. All 7 chapters, right? That was going to be next. But then I was like, well, I could do that, or I could do something else, and then save God of War Ascension for after Grimlock. Like, we'll do something else, come back, do Grimlock's campaign, do Ascension, come back, do the all 5 character campaign, then do one more last thing for a bit, and then just, be good for a while, right? That was the essential plan. And I kept thinking, I'm like, what could I possibly do as like another guide? I thought about Silent Hill 2, like not 10-star rank. I would love to do that one day, but that's not what I chose. I was like, I'll just do hard mode with hard riddles. That'd be kind of fun to do, right? That was a consideration, and it might still possibly happen. Who knows? No More Heroes Bitter Mode. You know, I've beaten it before. I used to think it would be a lot harder than it was, and then I beat it like not that long ago, and I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty piss easy. So, yeah, this whole time I thought that the game would be a lot harder than what it actually was. Turns out that's not the case. So, not to go into keep you guys, too far into suspense here, but the possible next guide is going to be Metroid Zero Mission. No expansions run. So, essentially, I thought it was going to be 0%. That's what I thought it was called. I just beat the game today. Like, the actual physical game today. I didn't beat it on Switch, but I beat it on my Game Boy with my Retron. So, I was going to record it that way. And then I was like, well, I beat it. And now that I beat it again, now I have a save file that has hard mode unlocked. I'll go ahead and copy that. And then I'll try doing a little bit of hard mode myself and see if I can do it on hard. See what hard changes, right? And hard changes so much to the point where I'm like, fuck it. We'll just stick with the whole no missiles, no health upgrade run. And it'll just be on normal. Just fuck it. Like, I know I'm hardcore and I'm supposed to be doing the hardest thing. I get that. But hard mode with a 0% or with, no upgrade run, it would be difficult. It's not really the difficulty part of it that I'm worried about, because I could probably handle it just fine. Like, in all honesty, when it comes to Zero Mission, like, the bosses themselves are not extremely hard. It just would take so fucking long. So, yeah, my excuse literally is I just don't want to do it because I feel like it would take too fucking long to play. And because you have 2 missiles the entire game, and it's like, ugh. Like, you start off with 5 missiles in normal mode. And even then, still, it's like, that's kind of annoying, but you know what? I don't know. Now I sound like a giant pussy. Now I sound like a giant pussy. It's like, just fucking do it. Like, yeah, you'd have to suffer even worse. Or it would take longer to do this, that, and the other. But at the very least, you could say, well, at least I did it, So, in all technicality, I could just say fuck it and try it again. But we'll see. I did just hook up my Switch to play Zero Mission on normal and do a low percent run. That's technically what it's called. But I did get 17% on my actual run because major items and stuff like that, like actual, various suit, gravity, like all that shit, counts toward it. And I think there's no possible... I don't think it's possible to do a 0% run in Zero Mission that I know of. The reason why I say that is because once you get to the end game, there's that one point where you have to get, your power armor back, right? So when you do get it back, you also get Gravity Suit with it and Space Jump, and it's like, oh, well, there you go. There's fucking 2 more upgrades right there that you get no matter what automatically. And again, for a run like that I was going to do, it was just going to be, I'm not getting the missile expansions, I'm not getting the health expansions. We're just going to leave it with 5 missiles, 2 super missiles, 2 power bombs, you know, all that stuff. That's the main core. That's the main gist of it, too. And now that I think about it again, like, maybe going back, like, I probably should do it. But then I thought about the Mother Brain fight, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be fucking dog shit with 2 missiles only. Granted, I'll get at least a super missile in there somewhere. You know, because, like, in all fairness, that's kind of what counts. Like, in all fairness, as long as I know and understand the patterns a bit better, I could probably handle it. Because I beat Ridley without hardly any missiles. That's another trick I learned. I learned a trick from somebody else on YouTube. So when I get to that part of the video, I'll go ahead and shout them out, of course. And maybe this time I'll remember to actually put their fucking, you know, links in the description. Usually I just say the name and just hope people look it up. But sometimes, like, it might be better if I just actually put the video in question, or even the channel name, just somewhere in the description. Be like, here you go. So that way people don't get confused when they look it up. Because, like, you know, I like to give credit where credit's due. You know, I don't always figured out these neat tricks on my own. You know, sometimes, you know, I have to be honest. Like, sometimes I get stuck. You know, there's things I just, like, I don't know. And that's the best part about having, like, a hard community of people, is that, well, okay, there's some outliers, but I assume that most people are probably fine with you taking their tips and tricks and using it to gain yourself. And then I'm just over here, for the most part, doing what I can, finding things that I know and giving my advice. But at the same time, like, if there's things that I just cannot figure it out on my own because I'm too dumb or just not figuring it out, which would just be basically me being too dumb, I guess. No. If that's the case, then I could always just resort to, like, okay, there's somebody else that I know that has done this part. Let's see what they do. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll do the same. And then it works. And then I'll go back to my normal everyday bullshit and then just, you know, go from there. So, yeah, now that I'm really thinking about it, the 2 missile limit, like, I'm only losing 3 missiles. And the thing is, depending on what fight you're doing, you know, you can get missiles to spawn back. Kraid, I think, will be a lot harder than what he was before. Because now I'll have 2 less missiles, but... No, 3, sorry. I'll have 3 less missiles. However, in all technicality, I mean, you can still charge beam his ass. So, if you got charge beam by that point. Which, again, I do plan on getting, like, the major upgrades, but just not the actual item upgrades, so... That's essentially what it would be. I just have to figure out, like, a good name for it, because Metroid Zero Mission Hard 0% sounds fucking sick, don't it? But, again, 0% is not, as far as I know, feasible. There's a 9% difficulty, or 9% mode. Not mode, what are you saying? There's a 9% that you can get. That's, like, I think, the lowest you can get. Glitchless, I think it's... I don't remember, like 12, 15, I don't remember what it was. It was something. Like, I think you could technically skip, I think people said, like, you can skip long beam, which I don't know if that's possible. I'm not really sure how that's possible. Also, real quick, speaking of things that are just impossible, this fucking part, man, this entire dog shit fight. I hate ground soldiers. Everybody knows that by this point. No, I love fighting them, but, like, my God. You know, like, they just never stop. And the thing is, with Transformers Devastation is, I want to try to get the spin-out move, vehicle attack, this one right here, so I can get the bombs to spawn, and on top of that, I just get, like, you know, a multi-hit, and possible focus time during that attack. But, it's a lot harder to do that if you only get, like, a second or two of focus time, and then you have to fucking dodge again. Which, thankfully, Platinum Games thought of that already. You know, they already thought about it ahead of time. They're like, okay, here's the thing. Even if you are in focus time, or you dodge, you could still continue a combo after, so that way you can get your finisher move going, so you don't lose out on it. Which, thank you, Platinum Games. You are so fucking awesome back then. God, my nose is still fucking... It's so annoying, because, like, I don't record all day, right? Well, I mean, I went to work today. I didn't just stay here all day. I got out early on good behavior, but no, I did actually get out early today. But that's why I'm doing a recording right now. It's like, why not? I got home, whipped out, cranked the hog a little bit, whipped out some Metroid Zero Mission, beat it with, the no item limit or whatever, and then, yeah, now I'm... God damn it, you guys tricked me. You guys fucking tricked me into doing a hard mode playthrough of Zero Mission. You did nothing, but you tricked me into doing it. Thanks. Now I have to prove myself that I could do it. It's like, fuck. Like, that's so hard. But I probably could do it. And now I'm thinking, oh, no, dog. Don't be thinking shit. Don't be thinking shit. I'm already thinking shit, guys. I'm already thinking shit. And I don't think it's possible, but I'm already thinking shit. I was about to say, what if I do a level 1 Transformers Devastation on Prime? Like, level 1 everything. Level 1 weapons, level 1 characters. But how is it even fucking possible? Like, doesn't your characters level up naturally anyway? I'm gonna look that up. Because I don't remember at all. I mean, if you guys know, if I don't find out in the next 5 seconds, let me know in the comments, if you know. Or I'll go figure it out one way or another. I'm just... Actually, yeah, at this point, don't even bother. I mean, because I'll probably figure it out. Oh, but don't you want the attention? Don't you want, the analytics for your videos? It's hardcore guides. What do you want from me? Like, I mean, it's fine. If I don't get noticed, I don't get noticed. I mean, there's better people out there than I am, so, I'm here doing my thing. I'm gonna do my stuff. I've been saying that a lot. It's been stuck in my fucking head for weeks, months, actually. Oh yeah, weirdly enough, Transformers Devastation, this game, yeah, I don't know why I said the whole name. The PS3 copy of it is actually pretty cheap. No. Yes. The PS4 copy of it, though, is actually stupidly expensive, and I think that's stupid. And then the Xbox 360 version is also pretty cheap, probably like $15-20. So, if you really want this game, I think even the Xbox One might be cheap as well. Either way, if you want this game that bad, because like the game's delisted, you can't get it anymore digitally, which I have it physically because that's how I bought it. I bought it when it came out because I was looking forward to it. I'm like, ooh, yeah, this is gonna be exciting. Like I was watching all the trailers and shit, and I was excited for it. I made like hardcore guides about it, like first impression video, whatever the fuck it was back then, and yeah. I think there's. Yeah, as far as I can tell, it looks like, judging by game facts, that, yeah, you do actually level up through just normal play. Your main power comes with tech and weapons anyway, some guy says, which he's not technically wrong. That's actually, yeah, I don't think he's wrong at all on that part. I do actually kind of agree with that. Your weapons matter so much in this game that it's ridiculous. But yeah, I was thinking about doing like a low % run for this game too, like a low level run. But I don't think there's really any way I can do that, because you would have to beat the game on normal. I'd have to make a new account, or at the very least get on one of my other accounts that I made that I forgot the password for, and then you would have to make a new account for it. Or I could always just go buy. No, don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare think about it. It's snowing outside. You don't want to go outside right now. Yeah, it's been snowing, like, non-stop. Sucks, dick. And I hate driving in the snow. I'm a little bit anxious about it, of course. But at the same time, I'm just worried about other people, too. Right here, I flubbed up. It was cool that I caught it. I think you have to hit back forward to catch it, or just either dodge at the right time. I forget how to catch missiles. It is pretty badass. Trust me, it's really badass looking. I just forgot that, I was hitting the wrong button to throw the weapon. I think it's R2. Because it's basically your shoot button along with your dodge, it should be, so, yeah. But I was thinking, like, oh, I can go buy Transformers on Xbox 360 or whatever, or just go get, like, because I know where there's a copy at. I know there's a game store that, should or might have it. But, yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, I could go do that. And then we could just start a whole new save file that way, and I'd just save myself the trouble and just have an extra way to play the fucking game. And then I told myself, like, well, yeah. Well, I told all that, but at the same time, it's like, well, what if somebody else wants it instead of you? So, I don't know. Anyway, we might continue this conversation in the next video, because I might just do another one. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time. So take care, everybody.